NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Hello, everybody. I'm Rich Lerner, and beside me is my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We're here in the state of Georgia, getting ready to kick off the round here at East Lake Golf Club. It's been a permanent home to the Tour Championship since 2005. Golf course today set up as a par 70 for the professionals, usually a par 72 for the members. I'm excited to call all the action out on the course for you today. We're off and running here, and let's take you down to the action at hole number 1. Warm-ups are done, first 2 rounds in the book, and Frank, this is where careers are made, on the weekends at these kinds of championships.
This is also what you hope for too in professional golf. You know you've got your good stuff. We've seen that through the first 2 days. Put yourself in a great position. Just 36 holes to go. You're looking at that first hole and what the weekend might unfold. That's the beauty of this game.
Getting set now for the second shot here at the par 4 first. Just a pure strike. Perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie.
Great start.
On to the second hole now, and really a nice mix of opening holes here at East Lake. 214 yards here on this tricky par 3. Headed for the bunker? Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Okay.
Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. And getting ready for the putt. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Out of the short par 4 third here at East Lake Golf Club.
Caller.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This is a good-looking shot. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Par yesterday. Now for birdie.
Great sense of speed in that. We know you can make those, but that went right in the middle.
Fourth hole now, 440 yards. And remember when that used to be a fairly long par 4, Frank?
Those were the days, that's for sure. Certainly not now, the way Jason Days and Jordan Spieth's of the game play. 2 bunkers down the right, got to respect that, but really anything in the fairway. And once again, it's the second shot. You have a very severe tilting green.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
Okay, what are we doing here?
If the conditions are right, a player can take it deep here into red figures. Zach Johnson, and he's not one of the longest hitters, but he is about as good with a wedge in his hand as anyone on tour. Zach Johnson back in 2007 shot, how's this, 10 under 60 in the Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Birdie try again here today.
I messed around with the difficulty settings. I got it to where the ball striking.
Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hit the ball in the right place there, and yeah, good thing too. He's actually putting well.
The ball's going. I still have that on. It'd be really hard without it. I might have to take something off.
In the fairway, down there about 290. Nice position, short grass, second shot.
Good swing.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Getting set now over the putt.
Really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
This 209-yard par 3 is really an intimidator, especially with a prevailing wind pushing the ball toward the water right of the green. The only bailout is a bunker on the left, which provides another terrifying shot, let's face it. The most challenging hole location is front right, but back left behind that bunker also very tough.
Hazard?
Maybe wet. So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Not in the fairway, but not too bad. Just in that first cut. And he's made it onto the green now. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Now at the 7th hole, Frank, what are we looking at?
A dogleg left, but really you have to hit that ball down the right side. The reason why, it's away from the bunkers, and it's a better angle to this elevated green.
Frank, what's the right way to get at this hole location here at the par 4 7th?
If anything, you have to go with a higher, softer landing shot. This green might look like it's perched up, but there's a lot of undulation, so you don't want that ball to move too much when it lands.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. No doubt about that one. That was struck with confidence. Now at the 8th, looking at 405 yards on this par 4. The approach now at the 8th, and Frank, what's the right play?
This is one of the widest greens on the golf course. There's just a subtle ridge and terrain that sort of moves that ball from that left side to the right. When the flag's on the left, you have to keep it left. And when the flag's on the right, you can use the middle of the green to move the ball around. Should be safely on deck.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, getting him another good look. Not a gimme, but well within his range. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
He'll take par and move on. Rounding out the front side, and Frank, here we are at last at a par 5. And what are we looking at?
Good chance here for the long hitters to drive it down there as far as possible. The hole really gives into a nice draw off the tee. One of the reasons why you get that extra kick and bound down the hill, because that's the way the hole shapes. From there, long iron to a green that's built the other way, left to right. Chances for eagles, chances for birdies, but stray with a tee shot, and then all of a sudden you've got to worry about that lake when you lay up.
So in the first cut here, it could be worse.
Not a bad shot.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
I was going to hit it too hard.
Good putt. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle. Now the approach to the par 410. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. He needs this for par. That is a solid par putt. Depending on the wind, the tee shot to this elevated green ranges from a 4 to 6 iron for most players. The green is 38 yards deep and the back portion is blind to players on the tee. A large oak tree protects the right side of the green and the front portion is pinched by a pair of deep greenside bunkers. Side hill putts often have 4 to 5 feet of break and putts from above the hole are surprisingly quick. Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now at the downhill par 4 12th and looking at only 391 yards. Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
This is going to play a lot shorter. It is a steep hill down to the green. Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. This is a par 4 that will test the players. 476 yards, the 13th hole. And Frank, it's a good driving hole.
It certainly is. It plays closer to 500 yards because you're going uphill. Avoid the two bunkers on the left. That's a given there. You can see those off the tee. And that second shot, make sure you take enough club to carry that bunker on the left.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
So at this short par 4 13th, they'd love to walk away with a birdie here. Let's see what they do on this approach shot.
Another good swing. Another good approach shot. It's at sneaky distance.
Oh, man, just slides by. And only a tap in left. Good putt. He's putting for bogey now. Bogey there, Frank, but really not a big deal as we look at the leaderboard. Old oaks and tall pines make this straightaway par 4 a really tight and demanding driving hole. Longer tee shots could leave a difficult side hill stance along the right side of the fairway. That two-tiered green is bunkered on both sides with the green sloping again from back to front. Players placing their ball below the hole will have chances for birdie. Frank, we were commenting earlier in the day that this round had really gone wrong. Are you surprised that he's been able to put it back together?
I certainly am. He'd lost his composure, his rhythm. So really to be playing this well so quickly after that, you tip your hat.
Always a chance in this game. They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Now getting settled over the ball here at the 15th. East Lake, second of the par 5s on the course, 525 yards.
Second shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. That shot falls for a birdie. Moving on to number 16 now, 481-yard par 4.
Another one that's downhill with the fairway sloping from left to right. Series of bunkers down the left side. It's not the end of the world, actually, if you go on those ones down the left. Every now and again, you'll see someone try and hit a driver and try and take them all out of play. Is that
you? Looking for a pure strike here on the approach shot at 16. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Not missing by much today, but enough to again be in the bunker. Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
Pretty good shot right there. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? Over the last decade, the 17th at 455 yards with that water looming left has proven to be one of the most dramatic holes in golf. This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Getting some sand in the shoes now. For a second straight hole, he's in the bunker.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, You can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
The 18th hole here at East Lake is a par 3, 235 yards to the green.
Should be safely on deck.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Ooh, good effort right there. Almost made it. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Good roll, solid. That's a par. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.